So here we're on our homepage, and the first thing that you want to do is log into your account. You're going to put your login information here. You can check Remember Me if you want to, and you're going to log in. If you're logged in, you can either go straight to Bookcase to start reading, or if this is your first time, you can also go up to the Bookcase menu and go to Sample Stories to decide which level you should start with. So on our Sample Stories page, there is one sample story for each one of the story levels that we have in our program. And you can go ahead and take a look at the bullet points for each level to get an idea of what phonics skills are covered in that level. You can then click on the picture of the story to read the story. And here you will be able to read the complete story. And if you need some help deciding whether this is the correct level for you, you can go back to the previous page and you can go ahead and click on Placement Test. Here you will read one page from the sample story. You can then listen to the audio to check for accuracy and fluency. And then based on the guidelines given on the bottom of the page, you can either enroll in this level, try an easier or a harder level. And now we're ready to get started with the reading. So we're going to go back up to the top. We'll go to Bookcase. And here you will find all of the levels in our program. So let's say that we're going to get started with level 1. We're going to click on level 1. Here you will find all of the stories that are in this level. Now, you will notice that there is a little yellow tag on each one of the stories. That is going to be the target sound that you will be working on in that story. So for example, in the first story, Pat and the Pad, the target sound will be the add word family. So let's go to this story. And here you have the book. Now, the first thing that we recommend doing is going into full screen mode, which you can do by clicking on this little button right at the top in the right corner. Now that we're in full screen mode, I want to draw your attention to the drop-down menu at the bottom of the page right here. And you can see that it is set to listen to the book. That means that when you open up the book, the audio will start playing automatically.
Pat is a rat.
Now, if you want to pause the audio, you can go ahead and go down to the bottom left corner of the book and pull out the audio player. And here you'll be able to control the audio. So you may pause it or drag it to a specific sentence that you want to listen to. Now, let's say that you want to just read the book quietly. You can go back to the drop-down menu and choose Read the Book. And now the audio will not play. Now, if we take a look at the drop-down menu again, you will see that there are two other options, record reading or record retelling. So those two are features that would be very helpful in a classroom setting. So the teacher may assign recordings to students as maybe a homework assignment or an at-home practice. So with these two features, the students will be able to record themselves reading the story or retelling the story, so giving a summary of the story in their own words. And from the teacher's portal, the teacher will be able to see that the student has submitted a recording, and the teacher may even choose to listen to the recording and give feedback if they wanted to. So let's go to record reading and see what that looks like. Let's select record reading. Now, if you go up to the top left corner of the page, you will see that there is a button for record. So you're going to click that button. And you will see right here that, it has started recording. And when you're ready to stop, go back up and click stop. And remember to submit your recording so that the teacher can see the recording. Submitting, recording submitted. Perfect. And it's going to be the same thing for record retelling. So now let's go to the last learning activity that we have for the story. I'm going to go to the last page of the story. And here you will see that there is a quiz option. So you will get here naturally when you finish reading the story. Okay, so you're going to click on Take a Quiz. All right, so here it is, the reading quiz for Pat and the Pad, the story that you have just read. And you will go ahead and answer the questions. So for example, who is Pat? I'm going to say dog. Whoops, I got that wrong. And the correct answer will show up. So let's say that we continue with the quiz. And now that you have finished the quiz, you will see your results, as well as the top 10 scores of the other students who have also taken this quiz. Now, to keep track of all of this hard work that you've put in, you can go up to the My Progress tab right here, and then go to Course Progress. And this is where you can see the scores of all of the quizzes that you have taken. For example, let's take a look at Level 1. Here we can see the scores of all of the quizzes that we have just taken. Now, once you get a passing score on every quiz within a level, that level will then be marked as complete. And you will get a nice little certificate right up here. The certificate looks something like this, with your name right in the middle. Now let's go back to the My Progress menu. And here you will see that there is a second tab named Recordings. And this is where you will see all of your recordings and any feedback that your teachers have given you. For example, here I've just received feedback for the newest recording that I have done. And when you do receive new feedback, you will get notified with the little red dot right up here next to the My Progress tab.